welcome you all to this Demo Day podcast. And I hope it will be very beneficial for you all. It will be very lucrative for you all because we have with us the CEO and the CIO of Square Yards, Mr. Hitesh Singla, sir. Sir, I warmly welcome you all. Warmly welcome you to GD Goenka University and to this podcast. It's a privilege to have you with us because a person with such a vast experience, a person who has so much of experience in the field of the innovation, in the field of incubation, in the field of the industry experiences. He is the right person who can guide you about the market value. He is the right person who can guide you that what skills you require in case you are going to opt for entrepreneurships, in case you are going to opt for the innovation, in case you are going to opt for any prototype or any startup of the day. Sir, so without wasting any time, we would like to start the podcast. Sir, we would like to know, I think every one of us will be very eager to know about your journey so far. You have a vast expansion of experiences in different domains. Your work experiences are being inculcated in various industries and all. So brief us regarding your experiences so far, your journey, and how come you have joined your present designation, your present company, that is Square Yards.
So I will start because I am sitting with students here. So I will start from how I started my engineering. Okay, so I came from a family, a business-oriented family. Nobody went to high school after schooling. They always. I was the only one. So my only motivation to do engineering was I wanted to go to Chandigarh. कि सुना था वहाँ पे लड़कियाँ बहुत अच्छी हैं, तो मैं 3-4 साल अच्छे से स्पेंड करके चंडीगढ़ में, उसके बाद तो यही करना है जो बाकी सब कर रहे हैं, मतलब फैमिली में अब तक किया है. तो देन आई थॉट कि अगर बीकॉम वगैरह को डिसाइड किया तो पापा लोग कभी जाने नहीं देंगे कि चंडीगढ़ बीकॉम करने कौन जाएगा, तो लेट्स व्हाई नॉट डू बीटेक. तो that was my motivation to do engineering, frankly speaking. Okay, so I call myself accidental engineer, but the graph from there it went up. The curious mind which I was having, it continued. So that was the starting point to do engineering. But when I started doing engineering, that was not the sole motive. I didn't went to even Chandigarh to do my engineering, and from there. Another turning point came. I was in my second year of engineering, and a senior batches came. My HOD said, the seniors are here who have already passed out from the college. Why don't you meet them? So the couple of them were working with Infosys, couple of them were working with TCS, HCL. One name stuck in my mind. The guy was working in Hughes Software Systems. So I liked the company name itself, Hughes. So I thought, okay, so this is the company I would want to go to. So that was my second stop, which I decided after doing engineering, I need to go to Hughes. So, and I spent around 9 days commuting from Gurgaon to Chandigarh in buses, doing interviews with different companies to get my first job. Luckily, I got into Hughes, and that was my first. I spent 9 years in Hughes. Hughes sent me in US from 2005 to 2010. I was in US, and there the entrepreneurship bug bit me. And I thought there were so many problems which people have solved here. The life is so easy. Why we have made so much difficult? Even एक फिल्म की टिकट लेने के लिए you need to stand in the queues of cinema halls to get the movie ticket, and in US you are getting it online. So there are so many problems, not only movies, each and every life aspect. To going to the restaurant, you can book the table before going to the restaurant, which was not there was no system, no site available in India to do that. E-commerce was very highly developed. It was at a very nascent stage, not in 2005, even Flipkart, Snapdeal, they started in 2007. So the e-commerce was not there, Book My Show was not there, Netflix was not there. So there are so many the source of things which was so easy doing in US and so difficult in India. So then I should go back and do something in the industry, which I have learned in 4 years in US. The country also needs a better life. The people in India also needs a better life. I will at least solve one problem. I didn't had a problem in mind that time itself. कि मैं करूँगा क्या? Which of the one of the problem I will be working on. But definitely I wanted to work on one problem which I will solve in India. So once I moved back to India, then I started looking for the issues which people started facing, we are facing. And I was also, because I moved back to India, I was also looking for home in Gurgaon. Then I realized there was no website even to see the homes properly. Which are the homes which are available for renting or for buying. If I want to compare two societies, let's say if I want to compare IREO Uptown versus N3M Antalya, so what's the difference between two? What are the facilities available in IREO Uptown? What are the facilities available in N3M? So I had to go physically check each and every property, then decide that. So why I wasted so many weekends looking at the properties to cancel out the, okay, this is not the one which I like. So I found the problem very. It was one of the biggest spending anyone makes in his lifetime. Real estate. They buy home. They spend their lifetimes of earnings in buying homes, and still. For mobile phone, we were doing research. Which kind of phone we used to compare 100 models online, but not homes. There was no website to compare homes. So then the idea of working in real estate and solving this problem came to me, and we started working on a portal called realizing.in, and then we merged it into Square Yards. And since the inception, the idea was to give a tech-led platform in real estate which gives end-to-end solutions, which solves the problem for consumers in real estate. That's how Square Yards started, and my role is to give a technological backbone to the company.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like all my students to kindly pay attention to what he said so far. See, you can relate that he started out with his journey, fine, and how when you start up your journey, you all are the second year, third year, or the first year students. So when you start your journey, you are also like in a state of like you are blank. You're not aware that where we have to land up. You're not aware that how we are going to proceed towards a startup, or do I really have to go for the academics in future, or do I really have to do any project or which can turn into an innovation, or I can be an innovator in future. See, our purpose to call such big personalities is that from their experiences you learn about. So thank you so much, sir, for so honestly explaining your journey so far and how you entered into Square Yard. So this is a big learning for you all, that how we can just inculcate these skills into ourselves, and how we have to be particular in certain things. Like sir was certain, he said that I look forward to the issues when I return back from US to India, that there is no application for the home if I want to purchase a home and all, and that's true also. Like way back we didn't have any application for the homes, and if you want to have an recce, we have to go physically and see the differences between two different places. So this is how you turned up, and this is really very great, sir, that how you have come up to Square Yard. My next question to you is that since we are talking about the entrepreneurial internships and all, so how the Square Yard has inspired students or the people out there to think about the entrepreneurial internship? But what mindset have Square Yard inculcated into the students, or what would like to inculcate in future so that they also think in this particular direction?
So when we say we as a company, Square Yards, I would not say we are a company and people are doing job there. So we are a collection of entrepreneurs and who are working to solve a problem. So everyone is have an innovative mindset and a collaborative approach in finding the solution to the problem. So real estate is it's a very long process, you can say. So when someone thinks of buying a home and actually buying a home, it's a if you go to, let's say, let's take example of e-commerce. So if you're buying a t-shirt, maximum you will decide in 3 days or 4 days that whether you're buying this t-shirt or not. Real estate is a very long process. People take even 8 to 9 months to finalize the home once they start journey. A couple of times they drop even that नहीं यार आज नहीं अभी नहीं ले रहे, अगले साल देखेंगे, 2 साल बाद देखेंगे. So that so they are very different touch points. So that's how everyone in Scariards are working to solve independently. Each and everyone contributes from CEO to an intern. The task they get assigned. The idea is they come up with a solution, and they might not be having the right answers to each and every problem. So you might need to try 10 things. You will fail 6 out of 10, but the 4 things which will work, and maybe the one thing which will work from the 10 would be such a great that it will help the organization as well as the people who are working with the customers who are working with the organization. So that's the mindset for us. Be independent, try to look for the problems wherever you are, resolve that touch point, create an impact, okay, however small it is, but wherever you are working, whatever you are doing, create an impact which is long lasting and helpful to each and everyone in the industry.
Thank you so much, sir. From this question, we would like to move apart a bit about, since we are talking about the entrepreneurships, we are talking about the internships which are entrepreneurial driven. So what roles and responsibilities does an intern undergoes when he or she handles a project, suppose in your company as an intern, and his or her focus is regarding the internship, the entrepreneurial ventures and all. So any specific roles and responsibility? Also to this question, I would like to add that any one example which you remember that an intern had really impacted the project in a very positive way, and also his efforts on whatever notions he had at that particular time has not helped the project. So because we want to talk simultaneously regarding both of the aspects.
See, whenever someone outside the industry comes on board, be it intern or fresh employees, so first I will take the first part of the question, that how the roles, what kind of roles interns get. So interns also get to work on the similar kind of projects where employees are working on. As I said, we are very young company, so it's not like we are a dinosaur, and to move us you need to change things, and it will take 7 to 8 months to change things. We are very dynamic and fast organization. Even a small change suggested by someone can be implemented in the next 3 days, and it will be implemented organization wide. So that idea of that change can come from a senior or an intern. So the role, and I think most of the startups would be working in a similar way. We are not the banking system which is working on COBOL, or we don't have that much legacy behind. So at Diagno organization, interns will work on the real-time projects, which it could be linked to the analysis of data, how the inquiries which are coming on the website, how they are getting distributed, the algo behind it, who is talking to whom, what kind of conversation, or the conversation happened on recorded lines, then the NLP processing is done, what kind of conversation had, whether the customer was rude, whether the employee lost his temper talking to the client. So all those analysis to how a property get listed on Scariards, how much time we are taking to onboard a new listing, or the price point calculator, whether the listing is done by someone matches the price in that area. You cannot get a 5-bedroom apartment in Golf Course Road in 50 lakhs, right, let's say. So if someone does that listing, how to identify those kind of outliers? So these are things which our employees also work on, and interns also work on. The optimization of the algos behind each and every touch interface which we have with the customers, website, how fast is the page is loading, how the images are handled, how the CDN is handled behind the images. So interns work on those kind of roles.
Just related to the question which I have just asked, that any specific or what are the specific tools the interns have to take care when they're taking the roles and the responsibilities as the entrepreneurial interns?
So
Specific tools or skills are being required for that thing?
no, there's no specific thing, but as the advancement of AI, I would say, I don't know what are the rules university is following, but I assume most of the assignments you would be getting is now done by cloud, not by. We can make it interactive. I don't know whether students are interested in. So.
You will also be going to work for the innovations thing project, for the entrepreneurship, and also what tools do you require? That you will just sit like that, okay, today I'm thinking of this project, I will just try to do something with this project and then to see if I'm able to get through it or not. But there are certain tools, there are certain skills which you really need to develop in yourself, which you really need to inculcate in yourself for all these things. So any of the, so we have the question answer session.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if any of the student has a notion regarding the same, so being the person who is the engineer, who has such vast experience, who is also into the entrepreneurship background, who is also belonging to this particular domain, so he will be able to maybe give some assets of the tools. So but it's not such, it's just like goes side by side, and it's with the help of the, like you can do the combination of the domains, and they can run side by side.
Yeah. So when I was doing engineering, our main course was C only, C or C++, right? Yeah.
These days, so AI is really prevailing, and AI has taken a lot many things. But still, I would say that if you see that you have ChatGPT, if you see that, so you mentioned that we are talking about the home assignment and all, definitely students will make use of ChatGPT and all. But also we have to make use of the wisdom. That's what I is very much concerned about these days. Like use your wisdom, use your consciousness for taking all those things into action. So I think all these things are also very important. Like what decision to make it and all with respect to this thing. So we also like when we talk about the academics, it is related to the we think that still some of the people think that it is only into the classrooms. We are not taking the problems to the real world, and we're not trying to fetch the solution for this thing. So when we talk about the operational and the real world exposure as an industry person, what complexity really the interns faces with respect to this regard, like operational factors which are coming into action, which are really creating the difficulties for the interns, or they really need to think about it, they really need to work on it.
So one thing is people work on what and how most of the times, that what I need to work on and how it will be solved. Okay, but I think the aspects which people miss, especially early in their career, is why. That why I need to work on this, why this is a problem. Then you will, if you think why, if you drinking a glass of water, let's say, if you and if you know why of it, you will drink that glass of water better. Okay, reason behind it. Yeah.
Should be clear to them.
Yeah. So
That's why I'm really on the why I'm doing, not just like that. People are following that type of
yeah, exactly.
Or the prototype or the incubator trend. So I also follow. So
Yeah.
I think it's within the individual that eagerness should be there, that smartness and that awareness should be there. That why I'm doing so, why I'm pursuing so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because let's say if we take example of Amazon.com, why there's a add to cart button. Okay, what size it is, why it is this big, why it is black, why it is orange. So there's a reason behind each and every placement there. So when you, as Satya was mentioning, that you work on a collaborative approach when you work on projects. Why the team approach is there? Because single-minded, you cannot. In life, when you go out, the projects will be little bigger than what you are doing. So obviously you cannot work on all aspects of the project. You have to work with different people. It's for each and every project completion, there will be 5 or 6 different kind of things which will be required. Let's say one is the design of the page. Someone will do the designing, that how the page will look. Then some will do the coding, or maybe someone is the a better front-end developer. Some is who will integrate the APIs with the servers. Okay, so that's the project is broken into different parts. But each and every person who is working on the back-end API should know why designer did the design like this. What is the reason behind his thinking? Then only he will be able to work on the APIs better. Otherwise, the solution which will be very half-hearted. What and how? Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering this question. We move further towards mentoring culture, and the mentoring plays a very important role. See, if the teachers are there, if the mentors are there. Summer internships, the mentors have played an important role. The students were there and mentors have played an important role in explaining them that why are we doing it, what societal benefits they can get out of it, and how can it can be converted into a project or a innovation thing in future as well. So when we talk about the mentoring, sir, what sort of mentoring culture is being adopted in Square Yard to mentor the interns with respect to the entrepreneurial internships, precisely?
So once we have a very open floor culture, there are no cabins except for the meeting rooms and all. So each and every person sits on the same floor. They are very accessible. And when interns join or the freshers join company, each and every one get assigned a buddy who is like first point of contact for all the tasks he is get assigned to, all the first-time problems he will be facing to. So there's a buddy who is working already for, let's say, 4 or 5 years on the same platform or similar kind of problems, who is associated with Square Yards from let's say 2-3 years, a bit senior. So that's the first mentorship which will come from your daily task from your mentor. But we as though we handle a bigger team, but there's always a weekly interaction which happens with each and every member of our team. So we always have a all hands meeting with our complete team, where the interns are also present, and they get to know the business idea of the task, what we are doing and why we are doing. So it opens up the horizon.
The platform is open for the people to discuss their ideas, to discuss their difficulties, and as you mentioned that you have in a week at least you meet once or twice in a week. You make sure that if anybody is facing a difficulty, he or she can directly come to you and have a work with other people around that area to solve this problem. So like this is how, because mentoring plays a very important role in anyone's life. Whether being in the academics or in the industry person, as an industry person, like now if we are, sir and I am here, so we are here to mentor you out, that you can learn from his experiences, you can learn from his difficulties and how he has overcome those difficulties and how he has played an important pivotal role in his life to a place where he is right now. So when you talk to people, when you listen to their experiences, you get to know a lot many things. So that is the agenda behind this podcast. So we are just winding up this session with the last 1 or 2 questions. That what advice would you give to the entrepreneurial internships, especially the interns shaping their future work? Like any particular advice which you really want people out there in the 3rd year, 4th year to be seeking when you be forwarding their CVs to different industries and the different companies for the good internship, because we have a notion that we'll go to a company, we'll approach a company, maybe I'll do a good job over there, so maybe the company can absorb me. Maybe the CEO or the other person out there, maybe the manager will have an essence, oh, this guy is good, so we have to opt him or her. We have to absorb it. And this is the basic notion, isn't it, sir? So what is the particular advice we would like to give to our students if they are seeking, suppose, internship in your square yards?
So most of the people, you will be surprised that most of the people are very, very approachable. Not even me. If you go to industry-wide, people are very approachable. If you randomly send your applications to, let's say, 50 of companies, or you can find the contact on LinkedIn, or you can find their email IDs. You will Google, you will get most of the email IDs. And even if you do cold emails, from the 50 out of 50, you will get 5 people who definitely positively reply you that, okay, I welcome you internship, or this is the XYZ thing you can do to get this internship. Okay, so find the roles which you go to websites, the company websites, they will list projects which are ongoing for internships as well as the open positions. Apply for them and send them your credentials, what kind of projects you have working on. Always have a side project which in the college which will be close to your heart, and you can showcase your capabilities there. Have that project in hand, showcase, send them the working template or a demo template of that I have built this solution, which may not be directly linked to your industry, but similar kind of things can be done in the industry, and I would like to showcase my capabilities to you. So if you go with an example and you send them a demo link of your project, you will definitely your chances of getting a reply will definitely at least make it 3 times. If you simply send your resume, I get around 100 and 150 resumes daily. I don't check resumes at all. People who are sending me their projects link, I definitely reply to them. So, and it's
basic, takeaway from this session is that the resumes does not play that much role. What your works, they will be defining the role over there. And you yourself is the biggest example and inspiration that from the field of engineering you're converted into the real estate business and you're guiding the people out there. So it's really very commendable, sir. So one more question: how the academics can have an MOU with the industry like your industry square yards? Like how we can be collaborative with you, sir?
So
to have a collaboration on official terms, because what will happen, like maybe not the 20, 30, maybe 3 or 4 students out in this particular audience, maybe they must be interested to really have a word with you. Maybe they must be interested that I am anyhow I'm belonging to BTech CSE or BTech CSE Code or IoT or any other domain, sciences in fact also, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, other domains also. But maybe, okay, today I've heard Hitesh sir, so I want to connect to BTech, how my domain can be inculcated into your company. So we might be having such queries also. So for that, if we can show them the pathway that this is how you can be a part. No matter your domain is different, but this is how you can contribute. So do we have any provision for that, sir?
See, so I will say each and every industry will never say no to a good talent. They have an open position or doesn't have open position. If someone comes to me and he is a good talent, I will hire. I will decide later on what kind of task he will do in my company. But he is a good talent, I will hire him. Okay. So there's never a question, and this is true for each and everyone. No one will let go a good talent out of his horizon. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Who has certain peculiar characteristics, and this is what we mentioned on different platforms, and this is what I'm going to mention to you all students out here. Every individual is different. It is you who have to decide that how my uniqueness is going to help me out in future. So please, it is not that if one is following this path, so you also have to go to that path. You can follow your own path and you can success in your own path as well. So please make sure that whatever you decide, you are committed to it. You should have that belongingness. Like right now, you're coming for this podcast, for this event, for this particular activity, you should have the belongingness to listen. You should have the belongingness to cheer for the winners, for the teams who will be coming and presenting their riders over here. So this is how we inculcate all these things into action. So last question of the podcast, one career advice would you like to, any of the career advice with respect to an innovator or incubator or a prototyper or startup? What advice would you give as a career respect to these students? Because these are the bunch of students who is a mixture of domains of various streams, like we have CSE, mechanical, civil, biological sciences, forensic sciences as well.
Yeah, so whichever field it is, don't wait. Start building. Start building whatever.
Entrepreneurship or the innovation, like if they are the first year students or the second year students, so at what stage of their career, of their BTech journey, at what stage they have to start?
Today itself. So even if you are not building, you don't know coding, okay, at least learn sales, okay, you are very young, you have time, ठीक है. फुटपाथ पे दिखते हैं ना, वो रेड के ऊपर सॉक्स बेचते हैं, जाके बेचो यार, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है, ठीक है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है, कोई नहीं देख रहा है. बोल, सो वन थिंग विच वी हैव अडेप्टेड वेरी, सो वी से US कल्चर, इंडिया कल्चर, ओके, वी डिफाइन सो मेनी बैड थिंग्स, गुड थिंग्स अबाउट आवर कल्चर, वी डिफाइन सो मेनी गुड थिंग्स, वी हैव अडॉप्टेड सो मेनी बैड थिंग्स फ्रॉम US कल्चर, वी हैव नॉट अडॉप्टेड गुड थिंग विच इज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इन US कल्चर. Children, their school students, they sell lemonade on red lights, okay, each and everyone. In their summer holidays, they will sell lemonade. They will start mixing water and lime, and and no one feel ashamed that your kid was selling lemonade on red light for 50 cents or $1. But here the culture is, I saw your kid is selling socks on the red light. Is there some issue, financial crisis? No, he's learning sales. Yeah.
You belong to, and how you are going to evolve yourself in that culture.
Right.
So it's up to the individual, the family members, and how
Right.
they promote their kids, or how they are self, promoted for all these kind of things.
Yeah, I will give you one very basic thing which you can do. 5 फ्रेंड्स, ग्रुप ऑफ फ्रेंड्स, पार्टी करते हैं, जाते हो, सब कुछ करते हो, मस्ती करते हो. एक दिन वीक में डिसाइड करो, आज ना दिन 100 रुपये से स्टार्ट करेंगे, ठीक है, 100 रुपीज़ ईच एंड एवरी वन. 5 of us, we have 100 rupees each. We will go and let's see, from this 100 rupees we need to make it whatever we can make. We will make it to 110, we will make it to 150. End of the day we will decide who have made. किसी ने 100 का 500 बना लिया होगा, किसी ने 100 का 150 बना लिया होगा, कोई 100 भी लूज कर गया होगा. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वी विल डिसाइड किसने 100 का कितना किया है. एक दिन दो, क्वार्टर में एक दिन दो, 3 महीने में तो एक दिन दे सकते हो ना. लर्न सेल्स, कि वो 100 रुपये का 150 रुपये बनाना सीखो, उस 100 का 200 बनाना सीखो. कैसे सीखोगे? डू रैंडम थिंग्स, वट एवर यू कैन डू रैंडम थिंग्स. बाय फ्लावर्स, इन 10-10 रुपये के फ्लावर्स मिलेंगे आपको रोड साइड पे, उसको 25-25 में बेचो, 250 बन जाएंगे, ठीक है. अपने आप को चैलेंज करो, अपने दोस्तों को चैलेंज करो कि मैंने 100 का 250 किया था, इस बार देखते हैं कि कितना करके लाते हैं.
Challenge yourself is also another takeaway from your talks. Like you have to challenge yourself. And money is something that everyone will seek definitely. Everyone wants to have a good bunch of money. Today if I'm having 1,000, so I would like to have tomorrow at least 2,000 should be there in my pocket. So this is the one thing that everyone will be very much keen to have it. So thank you so much, sir, for all that you were trying, the suggestions.